In the official galactic rankings, humanity was placed near the bottom, not because they were hostile, not because they were dangerous, but because they were considered insignificant. The galaxy believed humans had nothing to offer. What followed would force every civilization to rewrite that belief. Humans were ranked last in the galaxy. Here's what changed. The galaxy ran on order. Every known civilization was ranked. Economic output, military capability, biological resilience, strategic influence. The rankings determined everything: trade access, military protection, political voice. At the top were ancient empires with vast fleets. At the bottom were developing species. Humanity ranked last here. Not because they failed, but because they didn't dominate. Humans focused inward. They invested in stability. They avoided expansion. To the galaxy, this meant irrelevance. Part 2. Why humans scored so low. 6:30 to 12 o'clock. Galactic analysts listed the reasons. Humans were fragile. They aged quickly. They lacked natural defenses. Their ships were smaller. Their fleets were fewer. Their territory was limited. Humans did not control trade routes. They did not impose authority. They did not threaten neighbors. One ranking report stated, "Humanity contributes little to galactic balance." The galaxy mistook restraint for inability. Part 3. What the rankings missed. 12 o'clock to 18 o'clock. Rankings measured output. They did not measure intent. They did not measure adaptability. They did not measure sacrifice. They did not measure resolve. Human history was ignored. A history of surviving extinction-level events. A history of rebuilding after collapse. A history of cooperation under pressure. Humans had failed many times and learned from every failure. The galaxy did not count that. Retention reset. The rankings would remain unquestioned until the galaxy faced a crisis no one was prepared for. Air Part 4, The Galactic Crisis, 19 o'clock to 27 o'clock. The crisis did not begin with humans. A powerful expansionist empire moved aggressively. Systems fell. Trade routes collapsed. Refugees flooded neutral space. High-ranking civilizations hesitated. Intervention was costly. Risk was high. Losses were expected. Councils debated. Votes stalled. Humanity did not. Without waiting for approval, human fleets mobilized. Not to conquer, not to claim territory. To evacuate, to stabilize, to hold lines long enough for others to escape. Part 5. Humans enter the records. 27-0 to 35-0. Human ships arrived first. They escorted civilian convoys. They repaired damaged stations. They coordinated defenses between rival species. Humans absorbed losses quietly. They did not broadcast victories. They did not demand recognition. Alien commanders noticed something unusual. Human fleets stayed longer than planned. They returned after taking damage. They filled gaps others abandoned. Humanity was doing work no one else would. Part 6. The cost of ranking last. 35-0 to 42-0. Human losses mounted. Entire fleets were reduced. Colonies were evacuated. Supply lines stretched thin. Still, humans did not withdraw. When asked why, a recorded human response stated, "If we leave, others won't make it out." Alien observers were unsettled. This behavior did not align with ranking logic. It aligned with responsibility. Part 7. The shift. As the crisis ended, analysts reviewed the data. Human fleets had been involved in more rescue operations than any other force. Human coordination had prevented system-wide collapse. Human losses were disproportionate to their size. The Ranking Council reconvened, this time quietly. Humanity's classification was revised. Not upward, not dominant, but essential. A new category was created: Stability Contributor Civilization, a ranking that acknowledged something rare: dependability. Part 8. What really changed? 48 minutes to 53 seconds. Humans did not gain power. They did not seize authority. They did not demand seats. What changed was perception. Other species began planning around humans. Fleets coordinated with human commanders. Evacuation protocols adopted human doctrine. The galaxy realized something too late to ignore. Humanity wasn't ranked last because they were weak. They were ranked last because they didn't seek the top. Closing narration, 53 minutes to 56 seconds. The galaxy believed rankings defined worth. Humanity proved otherwise. They did not rise by force. They did not climb by conquest. They changed the system by being reliable when it mattered most. That was the moment everything shifted. Humans were no longer ranked last. They were counted on. End screen tease. And from that point on, no galactic plan was made without humanity in mind.